So you clicked on this video, therefore I have less than 30 seconds to keep your attention. So I'm gonna cut right to it. I'm challenging myself to make this, kind of, out of polymer bakeable clay because I regretted not buying it 7 months ago when I first saw it. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'll be doing in this video, but I'm changing up the design a little bit, so you'll have to stick around to learn why. Hi, it's Magic Lens. I'm the independent creator of the adventure romance webcomic Changeling. If you want to check it out, it's free to read on my Patreon and other comic hosting platforms. All links are in the description. Here's the story. I am a target of scummy ads, and those ads know me very well. So well that it's scary. I could be having a discussion with my boyfriend, chatting away about a very hyper-specific interest of mine, and then my social media feed is then filled with ads of that one thing. I would never seek those things out on my own, but somehow they just listen and collect all that info to sell it to me with Temu ads that spam me with emails of 5-minute flash sales, 100% off 5 items from a list of items that will look nothing like the photo advertised. It's creepy. Apple, please stop listening to my conversations. I'm scared. Anyways, I was minding my own business, scrolling when I saw the scummy ass ad, but with this beautiful little guy, and I was obsessed. It's Lulu Piggy, the Journey to the West series, toy figure blind box. As you may already know if you follow my channel, but I made a video a while back fangirling over Stephen Chow's Journey to the West film. So this little guy just stole my whole heart. Out of the entire collection, he just had so much aura in that pose. However, I'm very stingy with my monies. Not because I'm greedy, well that too, but I have been forcing myself to live with less material things because I already have a lot of things, and as much as I love my things, they can be a burden. I'm a pack rat. I'm also very sentimental. Like if I go out with friends and we go to a restaurant and get fortune cookies and I open it up and I get a nice fortune, I keep it and I add it to my corkboard. And when I look up at it, I remember those good times. But then what happens after I collect them over several years? There's just too many. Also, with pretty packaging, I am drawn to buying things if they have a beautiful package design, because when I buy it, I keep the box and I use it to store other things in. I can keep on admiring the packaging instead of throwing it away. But now I have too many boxes and not enough stuff to fill them with, so then they're just trash. Thus, I must learn to live with less. There are other factors like saving up for future traveling opportunities, or even just not being one more person feeding into a cycle of waste when everything is packaged in so much plastic and cardboard. If I can learn to live with less, I can avoid these issues and appreciate what I have and only buy the necessities. So while that part of me saw this and thought, I don't need this. Detach yourself from earthly belongings and excess. Don't fall into the ploy of consumerism. You have enough microplastics within you to last you a lifetime. Free yourself. The other hoarder part of my brain is thinking, it is so absolutely adorable. Have you any idea how much joy this little bastard sparks within me? I need it right now. Take my money. However, the nail in the coffin was when I clicked and I realized it's a blind box. Now I know some people like blind boxes, but I fucking hate them with a burning passion. I know why they do it. It's a brilliant ploy to milk money out of us, but they are the worst, and nothing will change my mind about it.
Probably working with all those filthy
Don't get me wrong, I have bought many blind boxes before. I also like to use those little gacha machines as well with the little capsules. And they're a novel idea for gifts for friends and such, but when I buy them for myself, I find it irks me that I have to trust in my shitty luck, praying to get the one that I really, really want, but then end up extremely disappointed after spending the money to open it up and get the one that I really didn't want. I would have to try again if I still wanted it, but the possibility is never zero to pick and then get stuck with a duplicate of the same one that I didn't want. And after being humbled out of that main character syndrome, believing I could pick the one design I like out of 7 designs from the 20 boxes on display, then weighing my odds, adding up the cost I would even be willing to spend, I decide to play it safe and take the L. I'm not a gambler. As I said before, I'm stingy with my money and how I spend it. So when I test my luck and I lose, I'm very unlikely to do it again, and I just accept my fate. I know there's the option of finding this specific one on eBay or something, but I could then risk paying an even higher price for the item, plus shipping and customs. So I steer clear of blind boxes. However, With this little guy, I felt immense loss. He does spark joy, and I may already have way too many embarrassing knickknacks on my desk, but I wanted him so badly that I can't buy into another blind box again. I have been burned far too many times. However, I knew there was a way. You see, I like to DIY. My toxic trait is that, oh, I can make that at home. I 5-minute craft my way to a solution before caving in and buying what I need on Amazon. So when I go to a shop or even eat at a fancy restaurant, in my brain, I try to deconstruct the food or the object down into its fundamental parts. And I think, what supplies do I need to make this? Or what ingredients is this made out of? Then after living my little delusions for a while, I rationalize an outcome where my overconfidence takes over and I tell myself the lie that I've told myself for years. I can make this myself, which can either be me stating that I can and then completely forgetting about following up on that project, or I become too lazy, or I realize the amount of work and time it would take to make it. However, on the rare occasion, if it sticks with me deeply enough and if it consumes all my thoughts long enough, then I actually follow through and I try to make it. I think this is where I like to gamble. I try my luck on my skills and time because either I succeed and make something good, or I invested into a time sink and wasted hours of my time that I honestly probably would have spent bed rotting watching YouTube videos anyway. So this is me rolling the dice. Now, I don't own this design. I give full credit to whoever blessed this world with this gorgeous design, but I'm gonna steal it and I'm gonna make it my own. You may also notice that I'm altering it a little bit, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Instead of making Lulu the piggy, I am making a cat because I really like cats. That's pretty much it. and I just don't want to outright copy the design, so now he's like a little warrior cat dual wielding axes. And I'm also changing up his design so you all can't nitpick how much I can't match it to the original. So it seems like I've run out of other things to blab about, so I guess I'm gonna go over some of the things I'm doing to make this little guy. I'm making his bandana with some black clay. That was a pain in the butt to get even thickness all the way around. I've been slowly building up his body and then pre-baking him, I guess. It helps harden the parts that I've already worked on. It's like saving a file so you don't lose your progress or fuck it up by squishing your sculpted area as you work on a different area. These are the parts for his little demon horns, but I'll end up painting them gold anyways later. I also deeply regret working with colored polymer clay since I find that I can hide more mistakes if I can just paint it, but it's too late to turn back now. And then I bake it. And then here, okay, yeah, anyways. Then more sanding, yay! I use a combo of large grit for taking off some more larger bumps and then use a finer grit to smooth out the surface from the texture from the larger grit sandpaper. And it's a lot of sanding and it's not so fun. I have to really smooth out the clay or else you will see every single bump. And you can still see it in the final piece, but just don't look too hard at it, okay? I just can't be fucked to go back and fix it. So you will soon see me fucking up. Oh, fuck. Also, my dumb ass kept on working on it off screen, which makes this footage look like shit. Then I'm making his axes with some black clay and also this yellow clay. The yellow clay I will paint gold later off screen after it's baked. You can also see these two little black pieces there are the ties from his bandana that broke off, but I'll just glue them on later. I'm very sorry that you guys have to look at my horrible dry hands. It's that time of year where my eczema is acting up and I have no choice but to let my skin peel off of my bones. So yeah, just I'm sorry about that in advance. Here I am making his cape, but I stupidly touched the main figure without washing my hands that have been stained red from the clay. So now he has red fingerprints all over him that I had to sand off again. But it was all pointless because his cape broke when I took him out of the oven, so now I have to redo his damn cursed cape again. Anyways, at least I can keep his little bow at the front. But after fixing the cape, baking him, painting the horns, painting the axes, regluing the broken pieces back on, and painting his little angry face, trying to balance him so that he can stand on his own without face planting, all off camera, he's finally done. Just don't look too hard at him, okay? Because you will see some DIY sins and all the nasty hot glue holding him together. But he's done. And now I have a one-of-a-kind little guy. Yeah, this is it. What do you think? He may not be exact or perfect, but I'm quite pleased with him. I think he does spark joy. So some of you might be wondering, was it worth spending all that time making this little guy, going through the heartache of trial and error while making him? No, you should probably buy him. This took me pretty much half a day to make. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell if it's worth it or not. Okay, I've procrastinated long enough on my other responsibilities. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye!